Let's talk about this guy, Ateba Gautier, the UFC middleweight fighter. You can call him a prospect, but I can see a future champ right here. Sometimes you can tell when someone has that aura or that potential to become a champion. You can tell from their fighting style, their potential, or even their personality. And this guy, Ateba, he's got everything. He's like Francis Ngannou Jr. He looks like a heavyweight fighting in the middleweight division. And his story, almost similar to Francis, from a humble beginning in Africa, finding his way to Europe. And he lives in Manchester. That's where he trains with the Manchester top team, with Leron Murphy and the others. But you could tell there's something. There's this, like, those who love business and money, they will say this guy is marketable. He's got that. He's got that stock about him. And I was watching his interview on Ariel. Yo, this guy is funny. He's the only person I've seen who has talked about knocking people out of love. He described hurting people in the UFC as a means of just telling them you love them. Bro, I just want to see what's like when you tell your girlfriend you love her or when you tell your wife you love her, because how do you define knocking people out as an act of love? I don't get that. And he said he has had over 100 fights on the streets. He got stabbed 3 times with a screwdriver. That's crazy. But in all of this, he drew my attention to something, which is something I've always known, but I've never spoken about. I'm sure some of you would know it too. He said when he was in Cameroon, with that size, this size, you can see that he's an average person because they all look big in Cameroon. And that's true. That's true. Look at the Cameroonian football team. Like, okay, they are not so big right now, but look at their team, say from the early 2000s, the Patrick Mboma, those guys were hefty. Jeremy Njitap, they were hefty. And you see someone like Francis Ngannou, and there are even some other fighters like Isaac Mulu. There's another guy coming up, Stephen Ngono. Cameroonians are built different. And you know the amazing fact? He hates to lift weight. He doesn't like lifting weight. And he doesn't even do it often. So all you see right here is just natural. How? Cameroon, how? What's in your fufu? What's in your fufu? But yeah, just a bit of background to this guy. I just thought to share it with you. He's a fantastic fighter. So far, he's had 2 finishes in the UFC. And bro, just if his ground game can be a bit more better, sorry for everyone in the middleweight division. Because this guy right here is coming for everything.